Alright, so I'm going to be using this Murray's EdgeWax hold, and I'm going to be using rubber bands. So the first thing I do is I'm going to part my hair off into the sections and secure it with a rubber band. So I add the beeswax to the parts, and I make sure to like slick down the roots and my edges as I'm doing this, just to make it look neat and together and make it stay in place. And then I'm going to take a rubber band and secure the part. Now, I don't use the matte rubber bands. I use the shiny ones because the shiny ones don't pull out your hair as bad as the matte ones. The shiny ones don't snag, and you know, they're less damaging, I should say. So I'm going to do it again. Take the beeswax, apply it to the part, all throughout the part, especially on the base of the part, you know, the roots. And secure it with a rubber band. And I make sure I don't do it too tight because we are crocheting underneath where the rubber band is at, but also you don't want to break off your hair. So, and that is how it looks so far. I had to do the back off camera because whoo child, I need the mirrors. But yeah, this is the hair that I'm going to be using. Luckily this hair was already pre-stretched, and I used 2 of these 3-in-1 packs. If your hair isn't stretched, you're gonna have to do that though. You're gonna have to make sure your ends aren't like blunt so that the braid will stay in place. But anywho, and it won't unravel. But I take the crochet hook and I slide it underneath that part as you saw. Then I take about 1 inch of the braiding hair and I pull that through. And as you can see, I'm holding down the hair so that only one side of the loop will come through, if that makes sense. So the whole thing won't come through. And then I do it again because I can't fit all the hair on one crochet hook. I have to do it twice because these are going to be jumbo, chunky box braids. And again, only pulling one side of it through, and I'm going to make sure they're even on both sides before I start braiding it. And then I divide it up into 3 parts. One rule of thumb that I learned during this process is that it's really important to make sure the 3 parts are even. Some of my parts weren't even, and the braid came out looking a little skewed. My braids weren't perfect. I mean, they got the job done, but they weren't perfect. So that's something I'm going to remember down the road. So again, slide the hook underneath the part, add 1 inch of the hair to the hook, pull it through, then only pull one side of the loop through, and then do it one more time. And then begin braiding your hair. This method is really good for people like me where the rubber band method itself just wasn't enough. Like you just, it was not enough. I had to get the crochet thing up in there too. And this was inspired by a girl I found on YouTube. I'll link her down below. But yes, that is what I came up with. I dipped the ends in hot water off camera and I dried them off with a towel. And then I did add some gold thread to the braids just to add, you know, a little razzle dazzle. So I'll show you how I did that here. I actually did it pretty bad here. So I ended up actually doing it again off camera. And it's because I couldn't really see what I was doing because I was just trying to show y'all for demonstration purposes. And then I tie a couple of knots at the end. And then I clip off the excess thread with a pair of scissors. And that is what I got. This style was easy, affordable, and it is cute and great for the summer. I hope you guys enjoyed it.